We are so blessed these days. We have rain. I'm sure you know as much as I know that South Africa is the driest country in the whole world. So the rain that we are seeing, I think it's a blessing in disguise. So our dams are filling up. So when the dams are filling up, that's very good for the economy because that means, you know, the, 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 the animals will get food, and then the farms will also get what they need. So that sounds very good. But we just hope that we don't experience the floods. But fortunately enough, as a country, we don't experience floods in that way. We do have floods, but they don't become severe as you compare to other countries. So this sounds very, very good. And then, yeah, so welcome to the show. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatse from the Big R, a company that deals with finance, economy, anything that has to do with business. That's what we deal with. So soccer is also a business, and then soccer involves a lot of finance. So I'm not all by myself. I'm together with Jake and Selematsela. Jackie, welcome to the show. Welcome our viewers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chabalala. Thank you very much. Welcome to you, Thabang, as well. And welcome to the viewers out there at home. I'd like to welcome you guys on a Saturday morning. And we're going to be having a very nice show. Keep on supporting us, keep on liking, and keep on following us. And we will definitely appreciate that so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chabalala.
Yeah, we have a Tshepang, and then I'm sure you remember last week, we talked about Tshepang's business, which is a gym business. If you want to train, Tshepang has that business. And now the good news is wear the T-shirt that you guys, when you subscribe with their gym, each person will get that T-shirt. You'll use it to gym. And I like the logo, Tshepang. Can you just show the logo, clearly? The logo. Beautiful, yeah. Beautiful logo. And then, Tshepang, tell us about your business. And then just greet the viewers first and tell us about the business a little bit.
Yes, good morning, and also to you too, Mr. Jackie. And to our viewers out there, good morning to you too also. So what I'm wearing right now, it's one of the merchandise that we have at our gym. It's Specially Fitness Center, if you can see the detailing around it. So we are Specially Fitness Center. We are based here in Breshley North, Corner Malvina and Pongola, by close to Impact Life Church. So what we do is we do cross training, aerobics, and boot camps. So we are a gym where we hold our sessions. It's within a studio. So those are the 3 services that we offer at the gym. So we work from Monday to Saturday. So Monday to Friday is 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. That's later on the day. And then on Saturdays, it's 8 a.m. in the morning until 10 a.m. So we are open for anyone, adults, also the youth as well, children as well. We're able to accommodate everyone. And to register with us, it's 150 Rand. You are able to get a free t-shirt from us, which is what I'm wearing today. And our monthly subscription is 100 Rand. So yes, that's all I can for now. So yeah, thank you very much for the promotion.
Okay, let's go back to Jackie and Twente. Let's start with you. You know, always we start with you. Just tell us what are the news today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tau. News are plenty, my friend, as always. Let me start with the fixtures. We don't have any PSL games this week. We've got Nedbank. It's a Nedbank Cup. On Friday, which was yesterday, the 26th, Shakuma and Morocco Swallows played. It was one of those games, and then the last time we went in the reports, Shakuma was still leading 2-1, but we will get a final score on that one before the close of the show, and then we'll announce that. And then on a Saturday, which is today, Black Leopards will be playing against Amazulu, and Maritzburg United will be playing against Orlando Pirates. This is a home game for Maritzburg. It's going to be a tough one as well, in KZN. And then on the 28th, which is on Sunday, Pretoria Kellys will be playing against JDR Stars. And we've got TS Sporting that will be facing Richards Bay. We've got also Chippa United playing against Cape Town City as well. So that game as well will be taking place on Sunday. And then a bit of news that are coming as well. Mr. Patrice Motsepe, the president of Sundowns, he just launched his manifesto yesterday, and then he mentioned some few points that he's going to be able to do once he's being elected as the CAF president. He even further mentioned the fact that because according to the CAF rules, if you're an official, you're not allowed to be a club owner, or you mustn't be involved in a certain team, because that is being taken as a conflict of interest. So if Mr. Motsepe wins these particular elections, it means that now he will have to step down, being the president of Mamelodi Sundowns, and then in his place, he will put in his son, the elder one, which is Khosi. He's got 3 sons. So he even mentioned the fact that according to tradition, the elder son should be the one to take over. So he says Khosi will be able to take over in conjunction with another director, and Mrs. Motsepe as well will be involved in running the team, while he's focusing on CAF, only if he's elected. And then we went further. Last week we had a very interesting session, and I know that Mamelodi Sundowns, CAF, Kaizer Chiefs, and Orlando Pirates had a very urgent meeting whereby decisions were imposed and decisions were also implemented in that particular meeting. Why that? Casablanca was given 24 hours, including the other team, Orlando Pirates opponents. They were given, not Orlando Pirates, but Mamelodi Sundowns. They were given a 24-hour notice to announce their venues, or else they'll be forfeiting points. And those venues were definitely announced. Sundowns will be playing in Tanzania this week, and then Kaizer Chiefs will be playing in Ouagadougou. They'll be playing in Ouagadougou against Wydad. So we're looking forward to those particular games that are taking place. And remember that Amapagani Orlando Pirates played very well last week, and they walked all over a team from Botswana, Jwaneng. Yeah, definitely Pirates showed their superiority, and we could see that experience, it counts a lot. I mean, Orlando Pirates was all over that particular team, and they were just unfortunate not to add more goals. And I can see that Orlando Pirates, they're definitely back. Amapagani are back. So, guys, be careful. And then further news, I will go to Kaizer Chiefs. Mr. Bobby Mitaung announced that it's highly unlikely that Nkosingphile Ngcobo will be with Amakosi for next season, because a Dutch team, which is Ajax, will be purchasing him out. So they want him like yesterday. So as soon as the season is finished, he will go to play for Ajax. And those are good news for Kaizer Chiefs, bad news for supporters. But it's good news for the young man. He must go and develop further. And another most interesting thing as well that happened last week. Remember Black Leopards? Black Leopards haven't been winning for quite some time. But last week, they managed to break the record of Golden Arrows. They won that game against Golden Arrows 2-1. And it was very interesting because all the way, that team was unbeaten. So now there's only one team that is unbeaten, the PSL, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. There's so much competition in this league, guys. Things are very much interesting indeed. On a bad note, I'm a bit disturbed by this one because I believe that Bloemfontein Celtic is a big team. Remember that 2 weeks ago, there were reports that FIFA has banned Celtic to sign players just like Kaizer Chiefs for 2 seasons. No, for a season, if I'm not mistaken. The reason being, they're still owing 3 million to their ex-goalkeeper. And they are not willing to pay that. And then on the other side, they lodged their appeal, and they lost that particular appeal. They were given an opportunity to state how are they going to pay that money. And according to the plan that they presented, it was poor. And then CAF said, no, it's not acceptable. So the FIFA said, no, it's not acceptable. So they must pay 3 million to their ex-goalkeeper. Now, latest reports are that their CEO, Mr. Konko had a tiff with let me not say a tiff, maybe a misunderstanding with the owner of the team, Mr. Max Shabalala, and then Mr. Shabalala ended up suspending Mr. Kongo, and ultimately he was dismissed. And then what happened is that Mr. Kongo took the matter further for unfair. He referred the matter to CCMA for unfair dismissal, and then he's claiming close to 5 million rand in compensation. So we are looking at this matter with keen interest, and we want to see exactly where is it ending up. And I'm just disappointed that, this gentleman can't sit down and discuss and sort out these differences. So it's beyond our control, guys. We're just looking at the situation and we'll see what is happening. Like I said, we've got plenty of news, guys. Further reports are stating that Kaizer Chiefs have signed a few players, have got some agreements in principle. There's a player at Moroka Swallows called Sekota, who was loaned from Setúbal. Remember that Setúbal is in Portugal, and then he was with Wits University on loan. So now he's still with Swallows on loan until the end of the season. So seemingly he's going to be signing for Kaizer Chiefs next season, and he's going to be working with Gavin Hunt again. And then also rumors are still saying that Nange, who is with Cape Town, who is in Cape Town right now, is playing there until the end of the season. Then he's going to be coming to Kaizer Chiefs as well. And then Hlanti as well, there's also that kind of a rumor. We will confirm as time moves on. But those are the rumors that are circulating around at the moment. And once we get anything, we'll definitely be able to update you on that. Yeah, in a nutshell, those are the news for now. I will take this opportunity to go back to Mr. Dow in the studio. Thank you very much.
Tshepang, there any news that you can tell us? I'm sure you've got news about Khama Billiat as a rumor. Just tell us the news.
Yes, Mr. Chabalala. We've got news of Khama Billiat. Apparently, his contract expires at the end of the season, and they are willing to put him on the market at the end of the season. So Kaizer Chiefs is open to any clubs that are willing to talk and that are willing to sign Khama Billiat if it happens that he doesn't renew his contract with Kaizer Chiefs
Now, just hold there. If I'm not mistaken, when a player's contract has expired, he's a free agent.
Yes.
How does this happen? How can Kaizer Chiefs want to get money when a guy his contract is expiring, or are they selling him before the contract expires?
I think they're selling him before, or probably if he doesn't sign a pre-contract again with Kaizer Chiefs, then he might leave as a free agent. That's if he leaves. That's if he leaves. But we're not quite sure on how all of that is going to happen, because we just saw the news that they're saying that Kaizer Chiefs is open for any other clubs that are willing to sign him. So they just put him on the market. So we'll further hear more details regarding that on how is it going to work or what's going to happen in that sense. Yes.
Just to add on that.
No, before you
just to add.
Let me get it clear here. Kaizer Chiefs are willing for the offers, to get the offers for Khama, which tells, and Chiefs has not offered a contract. That's what you are saying.
Yes. Chiefs hasn't offered a contract. Yes.
Okay. No, can also participate. You Jackie too. Chiefs has not offered a contract. Because I want to get it clear. What is the meaning of this? If they have not offered him a contract, that means they are not interested in him. So they are not intending to renew a contract with him. So now the idea of no guys, you can come and buy him. Are they referring to while he's still on contract with them? Because I'm sure Khama may say, "Oh, okay, fine. I'll wait until the contract expires, then I go for free."
Okay. Yeah, let me also explain something as well. When Khama signed for Chiefs, it was 3 years plus an option, 1 year option. So Kaizer Chiefs at the moment, they've got an option to sign extended by another year. And then within that particular period, they can still be able to sell him. So for them to benefit or to be able to sell him, they have to offer him a contract before the 30th before the end of the season, sorry. So if they don't do that, then it means Khama will walk free. If they don't negotiate, they must negotiate for that particular 1 year and then extend it. If he signs, then it's fine. Then they can still be able to sell him during that particular period. Okay. Currently, as we speak, there are 2 teams in Egypt, which is Zamalek, as well as Al Ahly. One of them has already placed $1.5 million US dollars on the table. They're trying to buy him. They're trying to buy Khama Billiat. It is also rumored that Al Ahly, they want to buy Khama Billiat. So they are competing, those 2 teams. Yeah. On a sad note, it looks like things are not going well for our South African coach, our own Peter Mosimane. There's an urgent meeting that was called by the directors of Al Ahly, the president of Al Ahly. We don't know exactly what is the meeting all about. But rumors are saying that now it might be the end of the road for Mr. Peter Mosimane, but I don't believe that. Maybe it could be something else. But that is the situation at the moment. We will watch that keenly, and then we will be able to update you guys and tell you what is basically happening.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Mosimane at some point said you won't give up on Khama. That was one of the things that I picked up, that he won't give up on Khama, which means that Al Ahly are really after his signature. But now what I don't understand is what is the attitude of Kaizer Chiefs in this situation? Do they really want to offer him a contract, or they feel like, no, let's sell him,
Like the board at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. The board of Kaizer Chiefs at the moment, the board has decided that it's better they cash in on him, or they sell him, because there's already offers available at the moment, and then they can be able to move on, and that could happen before even the contract ends, because if they don't do that, then it means they have to give him an extension of his contract, so that they can be able to cash it.
But let's look at Khama, guys.
Yes.
Khama has been at Kaizer Chiefs. What's your take for the past? Can you say it was a successful project? Has he fulfilled? Or was he worth the money that they spent on him? Or what's your take if you assess him? Let's say, I'm just saying, let's say you are Mr. Kaizer Mtaung or you are Bobby Mtaung, both of you, what's your assessment, looking at the distance? Has Khama really, meet the expectation that Kaizer Chiefs had as far as Khama is concerned? Well, at Sundowns, no doubt, he did well at Sundowns. From Vets to Sundowns, he did extremely well. And then, is it Vets or Supersport? He did well at Sundowns, but at Chiefs, I don't know. I just want to hear from you guys. What do you think?
Okay. Mr. Shabala, from my point of view, he hasn't benefited anything. Chiefs hasn't benefited anything from Khama Billiat. For the past 3 seasons, he hasn't been the Khama Billiat that we know, and the form that he carried on with from his Ajax days until Sundowns.
Yeah.
And then, yes, so that form hasn't been there at Kaizer Chiefs. So we keep on hearing people say that he doesn't have the right players at Kaizer Chiefs, so that's why he isn't performing. But we can't blame other players, because you as a player individually, you need to rise up and you need to be on form on your own. And then, as a team, it becomes a collective. So for me personally, he hasn't benefited the club. So I think maybe that's why they are actually considering on letting him go. And he's been in so many injuries in the past couple of months. And yes, he hasn't been an asset to the team. So I think maybe that's why they are actually starting to just wanting to, they don't mind letting him go at the moment. So yes.
Jackie, what's your take?
Mr. Shabalala, I agree with Thabang. I don't think that Khama Billiat has given us what we wanted, has given Kaizer Chiefs what they wanted. If you look at Khama Billiat that was playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, 2015 and 2016, he scored about 12 goals, 12 league goals. I'm just focusing on league goals only. And then his total career at Sundowns, he scored close to about 44 goals. But at Kaizer Chiefs, he hasn't scored those kind of goals yet. So I don't think that Kaizer Chiefs really did get what their investment was expected to deliver, and he didn't deliver, to be honest with you. So I would agree that it will be better for Kaizer Chiefs to sell him to Egypt. I don't know, maybe the Kaizer Chiefs jersey is too big. And then another problem is that, it looks like when you wear these big teams jerseys, especially Kaizer, I don't know what is happening with players, or maybe they're panicking or whatever. I'm not sure. But on a serious note, Khama Billiat hasn't delivered as yet. So I wouldn't mind if I'm of the board of directors who can suggest that let's sell him, let's sell them.
How about his mental state? Because I think Khama has been, once we hear people like Al Ahly, Zamalek, trying to approach him, my feeling is, remember, they should have spoken to him, and then they should have enticed him and say, this is how much you're going to earn. Don't you think that also played a role in his mind? and then affected his performance? Tshepang?
No, it obviously does, Mr. Shabalala. You as a player, when you get such offers, obviously, you I could say some players start sabotaging their current parent club where they're playing at the moment because they know that where they're going from there is something big and better. So those thoughts do go around within players sometimes, but I think players should act professional. To be honest, I think you should still serve your time as due to your contract, and then give it all to it to the current team that you are currently playing at, and then so that when you get to that certain club that you intend on going to, you still carry on the same momentum, which is good, and then you bring it to the top also. So you can't say that now. Let me just say he goes to Al Ahly in Egypt, then it means that he'll be starting all over again, starting fresh, and then now he probably think that it's time to rejuvenate my career. So, but on another note is that Khama Billiat is a wonderful player. I think with Khama Billiat, it happens with some of the big players. You are a good player, but you are actually playing at a wrong club. Most players that normally happens that he's actually a good player, but he's not at the right club. So that also plays a role that you don't fit in at that certain club, but you actually are a good player. Whereas if you can go somewhere else, then we'll say that this is the Khama Billiat that we know. So he was probably at a wrong club, but he is a good player. So yes.
You know what? I may say not necessarily he's at the wrong club. I think the psychological aspect has been very impactful on him. When he heard that people are wanting to buy him and they offer him. Remember with Djokovic, that was the same thing. And you have mentioned something very important to say players should be professional. I remember, me, when I do things, I reflect and I look back, I look at others, I remember Ronaldo had problems, Cristiano Ronaldo at Madrid towards his twilight at Madrid. The president did not want to renew his contract, but he was committed. He was playing as if nothing happened. He was committed to the team till to the last end. And as we speak now, we know that he's not settled at Juventus because Juventus are a little bit worried that they spend a lot of money on him. They want to offload him. Those are the rumors that we get. And then they want to exchange him with other players in Man United. Apparently also wants to go back to Man United. And he also think of going back to Real Madrid. But if you look him in the field of play, Ronaldo is still playing very well. As I speak, he's the top leading goal scorer now in Italy. The same with Lionel Messi. Messi had problems, not once. It's not only this season. Messi have been having this problem, I think, from 5 years ago. Ever since he had Bartomeu, and then he said, this guy has been promising and then he won't fulfill any promise. And this guy has been destabilizing Messi all the way. Remember, they made sure that they don't sign, they don't renew the contract of Dani Alves, and Messi and Dani Alves connected very well. They were bosom friends. They got rid of Dani Alves. But in the football play, Messi remained competitive. Even this year, if you look at this year, Barcelona didn't start well. But surprise, surprise, Messi is now the top goal scorer in Spain. So you have said something very important. It's not about being professional. It's about integrity and honesty. All right? When you run your business or you as a business, you must be a man of integrity and honesty. So my thinking, Khama has been disturbed by all these things, offers there and there. But I don't think it's fair. You must be committed. Remember what happened with Messi. As soon as he said, no, I'm staying with Barcelona, he said, I'm committed, and nothing has changed. All right. So this is what we expect from our players. I hope they learn. I think viewers out there, tell us what you think. Do you think Khama has been destabilized by the offers that he gets? That is why his performance is not up to scratch? Or do you think it's a matter of he's playing for the wrong team, or what? Why his form? Of course, it's true. Khama has never brought results that Kaizer Chiefs expected to get from him. So, and remember, it was not for the first time Khama wanted to go overseas, even before he comes to Kaizer Chiefs. That on its own, I think, played some psychological impact. But nevertheless, we can move on. I want us to touch on the issue of Orlando Pirates. They are playing Maritzburg, and then in the Nedbank Cup. And remember, Pirates have already won one title this year, which occurs well for the Buccaneers. What's your take if you analyze this upcoming game? Do you think Pirates should focus on the knockout or the cup competition as compared to the league? Or, I don't know, what's your take? I just want to hear your views, guys.
Khama did very well. I was looking.
Sorry.
Oh, you back now? Yeah, I was hosting now. The system gave me.
Lost connection. I lost connection. Internet connection. I'm saying I lost internet connection.
Oh, the network.
Yeah, the network was a problem, but it's fine. Yes, Jackie, you were saying I missed that.
Mr.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's raining today. Then internet is a problem. I can see that Jackie now is the one now who's got a problem. Then I'm back online. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I was saying, I don't know, Tshepang, what's your take? Jackie was making some inputs as far as Khama, but I wanted us to move on to the next subject, and then we'll come back to that one. I wanted us to talk about Orlando Pirates, guys. What's your take? What's your take? What's going to happen tomorrow? I mean, this afternoon, Pirates and Maritzburg United.
Pirates are the favorites of the team. They've got a good squad. To be honest, they've got a good squad, and Maritzburg suffered a huge knock. Who could say was one of the best players actually, and he was the captain, Keegan Buchanan. Since he was dismissed, well, with mutual consent, they both had an agreement with the club. Well, we still don't know why was the reason that he had left the club, but that's a huge knock because he's one of the key players of the team. Actually, he was one of the key players of the team, and he's a Kaizer Chiefs product. So it's the Kaizer Chiefs product. So as struggling as they are right now, and with the momentum that they're coming into the game compared to Orlando Pirates, it's different. Orlando Pirates has the upper hand, but with Orlando Pirates, you always complain about one thing: it's consistency. So we just demand consistency from Orlando Pirates, and the players need to just start showing. And I think the coach also needs to start getting it right, because this whole thing of him chopping, changing players, it's really becoming a problem. And there's a special player.
No, Jackie, I think the problem is on your side. Tshepang is audible enough. I think the problem is the connection is on your side. And I understand because it has been raining. So once it rains, it affects the internet connections. So Tshepang is audible enough. Tshepang? Yeah. Now, Tshepang, what you have just said, I'm just thinking wild, remember, Gavin Hunt has just joined Chiefs, and people are saying, Gavin Hunt, and then why probably Emirindop should have continued. But look what is happening with Maritzburg United. Are people still saying Middendorp should have continued? You know, football, just like the late Tebo would say, does not have therefore. So the same coaches are in the same boat. And I know even the Pirates fans were complaining at some point about Zimbabwe, but the guy just won the title not long ago. And then now how do you judge a person to say he's a bad performer when the guy has won a title? And then like you are saying, you're worried about the chop and changing. Maybe he's trying to see which combination is working. Yeah, so like I say, you know, sometimes we have our own mentality and thinking, but if you are winning titles, what else? What else? You know? So that's what I was thinking. Vicky?
Yes, though.
Yeah, your internet side was a bit of a challenge. Yes.
Yeah, it is a problem, my brother. It is such a challenge this side.
Yeah, especially after it has rained. Yeah, you were saying we're talking about Orlando Pirates, eh? And I was saying to Tshepang, you know, just like the late Gabo would say, football does not have therefore. I know Chiefs fans were saying, maybe Middendorp shouldn't have left. Gavin Hunt is struggling. But now here's Maritzburg is struggling. And Maritzburg are far towards the bottom. So are they still saying Middendorp should leave? And on the other hand, we heard the Pirates fans were saying, Zimbabwe, blah, blah. But the guy has won a title. All right? So how do you judge a person? Titles, remember I said, people don't remember the second best. They always remember number one. All right? So what's your take about their game with Maritzburg? Do you think Tshepang says Pirates will win this because Maritzburg has problems?
Definitely, I do agree with Tshepang. Maritzburg are in deep trouble, and their morale is low at the moment. And one other advantage that they've got, it's a home game for them. And normally, when it's a home game for them, it's difficult to beat them. But this time, I'm sure that Orlando Pirates is going to win that game. I can predict a clear 2-0 win for Orlando Pirates. And remember, another big problem that Maritzburg is doing, they sell players. They sell their good quality players, and they don't replace them. You cannot be able to sell a Rolls Royce and then replace it with a Tez. It's highly impossible. That doesn't balance the equation at all. So that's where the problem is. They don't have that kind of a situation. So Orlando Pirates, I know that Orlando Pirates were very hungry during the week when they played against Super Sport United. And that game ended up in a draw. And it was an own goal by Orlando Pirates as well. So now they want to just clean their act, and then they will come together. And I'm definitely sure that Zimbabwe needs a win on this one. Remember, it's a cup game. It's a knockout. Wafa wafa. It's out. You lose, you're out. So definitely it's a cup game. Orlando Pirates will come back with the good results.
So Orlando Pirates will come back with good results.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Now I'm sure we can move on to other games, and then the game between TTM and Moroka Swallows. When I heard yesterday, at some point it was 2-1, but I'll still check how did they play yesterday. At some point it was 2-2, and then I'll keep on bracing and tell you how did things panned out in that game. Now, in the meantime, guys, let's move on to international football. Jackie, I don't know whether you want to touch on the Italian league, the fixtures. Tshepang, you can also touch on the English league, the fixtures, and also tell us about Pep Guardiola And then remember, they've gone 19 games unbeaten. So you prepare yourself for that. Jackie, can you give us Italian league fixtures?
Italian?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna give them to you just now. Just a second for me, quickly. Just 1 second. I've got English league with me here, but it's fine. Italian is coming soon. Okay, let's look at the fixtures for today with the Italians. Okay, 26 February. We've got a game that is playing.
27.
27. 27. Yeah, 27, sure. Okay, it's going to be Spezia will be playing against Parma, and Lazio will be playing against Bologna, and then Hellas Verona will be playing against Juventus at 21:45. And then on the 28th, Sampdoria will be playing against Atlanta. Udinese will be playing against Fiorentina. Inter Milan, Genoa, and then Crotone will be playing against Cagliari. Napoli versus Benevento, and then Roma playing against AC Milan. That's the fixture for the weekend that will be taking place in the Italian league.
Okay, let me give you the top goal scorer in Italy as we speak. As I said, Ronaldo, as we speak, is the top goal scorer. I'm going to count only top five. That's the tradition. Only in South Africa where you do top 8. All right? Only South Africa where we do top 8.
Are we talking about the top 5 teams now? Yeah. Or top scorers?
No, top scorers. But I'm saying, when we come to Italy, we'll say top 5 scorers and top 5 teams in the league. Yeah. But South Africa, top 8. Top 8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No problem. The
reason is simple. For our team, it's important to qualify for top 8. So
absolutely.
Overseas, when it comes to the league, we talk top 5 because the most important spot is top 4. So we want to see who's knocking to be in the top 4. So that is why we do top 4. All right. Now,
no problem.
Let me give you the top scorers. Cristiano Ronaldo is leading in Italy, which is good. Remember, Cristiano Ronaldo has never won top goal scorer in Italy ever since he went there. So I hope he wins this time. He's at 18 goals, having played 19 games. All right. And then Roman Lukaku. We're going to see a competition between Cristiano and Roman Lukaku. Don't rule out Abramovich. But I think these days he's got problems with injuries. And Roman Lukaku has scored 17 goals out of 22 games. So he has played more games than Ronaldo. And then Muriel of Atalanta. And this guy, he always come in as a substitute, in most games.
Yeah.
And then he has scored 14 goals out of 21 games. Immobile has scored 14 goals out of 21 games. And then at number 5, it's Brom. Number 3, you have 3 guys, all right? Number 1 is Cristiano Ronaldo. And then number 2 is, what is his name? Roman Lukaku. Number 3, we've got 3 guys on par. That's Lukaku and Muriel and Immobile. It's Muriel, Immobile, and Abramovich. All right.
Okay.
And then here, I would like to say Abramovich, had he not had injuries, probably could have gone far. And then number 4, okay. And then although it's number 6, number 4, it's Martinez. All right, 13 goals after 23 games. And then number 5, which is number 7 in actual fact, it's Ballotti of Torino, 11 goals out of 22 games. So those are the top scorers in Italy. Anything that you'd like to add, guys, on Italy?
Yes, definitely. I've got the top 5 in the Italian league, the clubs now.
Yeah.
Number 1, Inter Milan, played 23 and they've got 53 points. AC Milan, 23 games, 49 points. Juventus, 22 games, 45 points. Roma, 23 games, 44 points. And number 5, Atalanta, 23 games, 43 points.
Okay, let's move on. Tshepang, let's move to the English football.
Yes, English Premier League, starting from today, the 27th of February. First game, we've got Manchester City versus West Ham. That's a big one. That's really a big one because West Ham is on form. Also, it's going to be a very, very challenging game. Whether West Ham will be able to beat, ruin actually Manchester City's unbeaten form. So they'll be coming into the game with 19 games unbeaten. So they haven't been beaten in the league 19 games. So that's a big one. So yeah, that's really an eye catch up for this weekend. And then also we've got West Brom versus Brighton. Brighton, which Pesita, one of our own plays for the team. So we hope he plays in the Premier League. He last played, I think it was 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. So he hasn't been playing ever since. He's been on the bench, but only playing in the FA Cup. So we hope to see more of him. And then also we've got Leeds versus Aston Villa. That's also a nice game because Leeds are also coming up again, but Aston Villa is also on form. It's within the top 10 within the Premier League. And then also we've got Newcastle United versus Wolves. It's also an interesting game on the day. Then we've got Leicester City versus Arsenal. That's a big game. That's a big one. Because Leicester has a point to prove whether they are actually title contenders, or Arsenal also, are they really going to step up and try and finish closer to the league? And then on the 28th, on Sunday, we've got Crystal Palace versus Fulham. And then we've got Tottenham Hotspurs versus Burnley. And then we've got Chelsea. That's a big one. That's a Super Sunday. They call it a Super Sunday. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Chelsea's playing home. So that's a very big game. I think both teams are going to be tested on the day. So, yeah, I think this one, I think we all need to place our bets on this one, on who's going to come up tops between the two teams. Yeah. And then also, we've got Sheffield versus Liverpool. So, mind you, Sheffield United is bottom of the league. And then Liverpool is struggling currently. So, that's really going to be a very tough one. Whether can Liverpool actually gain momentum from this game and just try and come on top out of this game. So, yeah, and then on the 1st of March, we're starting the month on Monday. It's Everton versus Tottenham. That's also a big one because Everton is coming all right. Carlo Ancelotti has his team in the right state of mind. But on the other hand, Jose Mourinho says his team form is like an oxygen. So I don't know when he says it's like an oxygen, what is he trying to say? But we all know Jose Mourinho with his mind game. So let's hope for the best that somehow changes his fortune within the team. And then on the 2nd of March, we've got Manchester City versus Wolves. So yes, these are the fixtures coming through in a couple of days. So yes, so we just hope for the best. And then I want to give you the top scorers within the league. So I'll give you the top 5 scorers within the league. We've got Mo Salah. Mo Salah, Liverpool, is on 17 goals. Number 2, we've got Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United. He's on 16 goals. No, 15 goals. And then we've got Son Min-young from Tottenham Hotspurs. He's on 13 goals. We've got Harry Kane, who's also on 13 goals. And then we've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's on 13 goals in Everton. And then the last one is Patrick Bamford from Leeds United. He's also on 13 goals. So yes, those are the top goal scorers in the Premier League so far.
Yeah, and then I thought Jamie Vardy will be at another level, but I see that he's struggling these days. So I don't know what could be the problem. What's your take? Because I thought Jamie Vardy will be, be something that we're looking forward to. But it seems as if there are problems. I don't know what's your take. What can you attribute that to? Is Jamie Vardy getting old? Remember, he's old in terms of age. So that's why I don't know. So what's your take? Jake, you can also participate.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
No, everybody he's not really striking. He's actually on. Yes, he's one of the top 5 joint top goal scorers. Actually, he's on 13 goals. I just forgot to mention him. Yes, but he's not really struggling. It's just a matter of, I think, age is coming through now, and he's getting so many injuries currently. Also, that also plays a factor. Yes, due to the age. But another thing that we must also bear in mind that he started playing in the professional league at an older, when he was old, at a later stage. So he started playing when he was 29 years. That was when Leicester was starting to become on top. So now I think it's a matter of, for him starting late, and then now I think everything else is starting to catch in terms of age, because he just started off like so quick and at a later stage, but then like now the age is playing a factor, and then it's just becoming a problem to him because he's getting a lot of injuries quite of late. But he's not really in a bad form, we could say, because he's actually banging the goals. He's still banging in the goals for Leicester City. So he's still the top goal scorer, so which is a good thing. It's a good sign that he's still trying and he's still giving it all at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my take.
Now tell me about Mo Salah. Is Mo Salah struggling this season? Because I can see that Mo Salah is he's still 17. Although that's better for Mo Salah. And then another person that I'm worried about is Sadio Mane. So what's your take? I want to hear what's your take.
Look, on Mo Salah, I don't think he's individually he's struggling. He is not struggling. He's scoring goals, though he's not scoring on a consistent kind of a pace. But the whole team is struggling at the moment. So that is having an impact on him. Same to Sadio Mane as well. He's scoring, but not as compared to last season. They were scoring goals like hotcakes last season. So at the moment, I don't think that the momentum in terms of the team, the spirit, is the same. There's a lot of panic at the moment because they are no longer achieving the goals that they used to achieve last season. So the competition is also tight as well. So I don't think that he's struggling. But yes, Sadio Mane as well. I think it's all about the team spirit. That impact. There is not, that cohesion is no longer there. That hunger is no longer like before. I think it's a matter of psychological aspect that the coach has to work on. Yes.
All right. And then
I can tell you that coach is. Oh, sir.
But I hear that JJ Okocha says it's time now for Mo Salah to join Barcelona. What's your take?
I think that's
great.
No, that's what JJ Okocha is saying. He's saying Mo Salah has outgrown Liverpool. If he wants to grow bigger than where he is, the best thing he should join Barcelona.
That wouldn't be a bad move for him. But now it comes back to, if a player still wants to dominate at that specific club, if he feels like he still wants to dominate in Liverpool, and let me just say create history and break all of these records, then it's up to him. But if he feels like he wants to grow outside of Liverpool, since he has won everything with Liverpool, who could say, then he feels like he needs a new challenge, then that would still be a great move for him to actually just spread his wings and, just increase his CV, and let's just see what else can he do at a different club also. So I don't discourage that opinion in any way. I think that would be a good idea if he decides to leave the club also. So yeah.
Yeah, but remember, Mo Salah, ne? He has been saying he idolized Lionel Messi. He sees himself playing with Lionel Messi. It's just that I think Barcelona seems not to be like keen on him. One of the reasons, I think it's a question of now you know that Barcelona have problem. They have problems financially. So the chances of getting him, they become slimmer and slimmer. So I don't know when JJ says this, how that will unfold, I know that Mo has said it that he wants to join Barcelona. At some point, he wanted to play with Messi. At some point, he realized that probably Barcelona are not paying attention to him. He said he wouldn't mind even to play for Madrid. All right, so we'll see. Guys, let's move on. Let me go to Spanish now. And then I've already put something on the screen there in terms of the Messi special as usual. The La Liga, the upcoming games. And then Eibar today, they'll be playing Huesca at 3 o'clock. Sevilla will be playing Barcelona at 5:15. Alaves will be playing Osasuna at 7:30. Then Getafe will be playing Valencia. And then on Sunday, Celta Vigo will be playing Valladolid. Celta Vigo worries me, They have one of the outstanding player, Igor Aspas. But I don't know what's happening. Igor Aspas this day, injuries, it's injury after injury. And this brings me to the whole thing of Ronaldo and Messi. These guys, they've been on top form for many years. Yes, they do have injuries, but these guys, man, they carry themselves very well. I don't know. What could be the contributing factor? Because Igor Aspas is one of the brilliant players. Brilliant. I saw Igor Aspas scoring one of the best goal that I've ever seen. But because it was scored by Igor Aspas, the noise was not so loud. If it was Messi, it could have been loud. If it was Ronaldo, it could have been loud. But he's a brilliant. Yes.
Sorry about that.
You looked
we
up.
Just gone on. We just gone on. Oh, sorry.
Oh, is it?
We just gone on load shedding. We just gone on load shedding. It will cut me anytime.
No, that's fine, my brother. That's fine. It's part of South Africa. We are used to that now. We are used to that. No, it's fine. I'll continue Tshepang because I'm almost done. And then, so that's on Sunday. Then again on Sunday, Cadiz will be playing Real Betis. Granada will be playing Uche. And Villarreal will also be playing Atletico Madrid. And then Real Madrid on Monday, 10 o'clock, they'll be playing Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad started very, very well at the beginning of the season. I don't know what happened now. They look like they are losing the momentum. It was going to be nice to see a new team in Spain winning the league. As Jackie always say, in Spain, it's always Madrid and then Barcelona, sometimes Atletico Madrid, as compared to England, But it looks like the history is going to repeat itself. Now let's go for the log. Atletico Madrid are on top of the log, 23 games, 55 points. Real Madrid number 2, 24 games, 52 points. Barcelona number 3, 24 games, 50 points. Sevilla number 4, 23 games, 48 points. Real Sociedad, 24 games, and then 41 points. So those are top 5. And then and let me give you the top goal scorer in La Liga. Who are the top goal scorers in La Liga? Top goal scorer. Yeah, you know this load shedding story. Jackie, are you still there? Okay, yeah. Maybe if we don't see your picture, because your picture is a little bit dark. But when we see your maybe we can see only your I mean what you call, we can hear you. Now let me give you the top goal scorer. Messi, with a very bad season for Barcelona, is currently number one. He's at 18 goals and then having played 22 games. Luis Suarez, 16 goals, having played 20 games. Moreno, 14 goals after 19 games. and Cyril, 13 goals after 23 games. Karim Benzema, 12 goals after 21 games. But I want us to talk about Luis Suarez. Guys, you know Luis Suarez is an unsung hero. Luis Suarez, look at it. Luis Suarez was a top player in France, all right? Luis Suarez was a top player in England. He came to Barcelona. Still, he became one of the best players in Spain with Barcelona. And even now, at his age, so he's an unsung hero. And then I take my hands off. I don't know what was happening with Barcelona just to sell him. I think Bartomeu, he had his own mission. I don't know what was his mission. Was his mission to destroy the team? I don't know. I don't know, Tshepang, do you want to have a say?
With Luis Suarez, I think will go down as one of those players that they didn't get a lot of credit, much credit that they actually deserve, to be honest. But the only way we could give him credit, and we'll still give him credit, is through the accolades that he has collected over the years that he has played and all of his achievements. So I think that's just something that will go down in the history books on what he has done for the certain clubs that he has played for. But we all know the truth that Luis Suarez has been one of, and still is, one of the best strikers in the whole world that has ever come across in football. So it's just sad how he left Barcelona. Well, I think each and every team and with everyone, whether you're supporting Real Madrid or Sevilla or with whichever team, I think they all know that Luis Suarez is one of the greatest strikers that has ever come across in football. And how he left Barcelona was really shocking. So yeah, I think he will just go down as one of those players, but we all know the truth behind that he is one of the greatest strikers that we've seen.
All right, let me move on. Jackie, are you there? All right, we can have Jackie now. Now the Messi special as our closing section. I want to check the stats. I'm sure you can see that. Although on top there is 28, it's not 8. These are the top scorers in last 16 in the Champions League. Messi is leading with 28 goals. He's followed by Cristiano Ronaldo with 25 goals. I'm referring to top 16 Champions League. And Robert Lewandowski, 13 goals. And then Thomas Muller, 12 goals. Karim Benzema, 10 goals. And now look at the most appearance. People who played more games in the top 16. Cristiano Ronaldo, 33 games. Lionel Messi, 31 games. Iker Casillas at 27 games. So, Tshepang, Jackie, in your absence, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate. And then let the best team win. Any team this afternoon and tomorrow and on Monday. And thank you for listeners and viewers for following us. Continue to subscribe so that we give you more information. Tshepang, can you bid farewell to the viewers?
Yes, Mr. Shabalala, I want to say thank you very much for a lovely show. It was a very interesting show actually. It was a really interesting show, and may the viewers out there also please bear with us as we have experienced a lot of technical difficulties due to the bad weather. So a lot of network connection happened along the line. So, but we normally, as promised, we've delivered the best content as we possibly can. So thank you very much. And to my fellow colleagues, may the viewers out there continue to like, subscribe, comment, give us your feedback, and we'll gladly appreciate that and we'll gladly share it on the show. So yes, thank you very much and good luck to all the teams out there. And I would just like to say also to Bongani Zungu, it was great seeing him on the bench. Actually, he came off the bench during the week as Rangers won their game and they're through to the last 16. So it was great seeing him after the whole drama that had happened in the previous week. And Coach Steven Gerrard has backed him fully and said a lot of positive things about him. So we just hope for the best for him on his loan deal in Scotland and we hope for the best. So yes, thank you very much.
I still want to know why Bongani Zungu was isolated when there were more than one players who were involved in that. It was not only Bongani. So I don't know. I still want to know. I'm still interested. But nevertheless, thank you very much. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatse from the Liga. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.